Ron.
All right. All right, confirmation of proper notice?
Yes, notice, back in 1st of June.
Yep. Okay. Roll call. I don't even have a pen.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Mr.
Okay.
Dorr. Michael Dorr.
Michael's here.
Yeah.
He just stepped away from his
Okay.
computer.
All right, Mr. Fisher, sir. George, you're with us. Colin Smith.
Yes.
Monica Heigel.
Yes.
Steve Abdul.
Here.
And Tom Kulia.
Yes.
Can I say
Okay, we have a quorum.
affirmative?
Hi, Michael.
They just called your name, Michael.
Hi, I'm here, I'm back.
Okay.
George Fisher on the committee?
Well, I don't know that.
I'm a guest.
Yes, he's a guest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you might have snuck in and joined without me knowing. I'm looking at my list. All righty. Roll call. Chairman's comments really don't have any at this point. We'll get into the flooring issues, the big thing, but review of the minutes. Anybody review the minutes from April?
Reviewed, move we accept them as written.
Yeah.
You good? Yeah, I looked over. 'em.
Motion by Tom, second by Colin.
Okay,
All in favor?
all in favor? Or-
Aye.
Aye.
Hi,
Anybody opposed? All right, so noted. They are accepted. All right, I guess yeah, we get flooring issues twice.
We do, huh?
Flooring and flooding.
Okay,
Flooring and flooring. I think one of them might be the second floor
No,
decking
there's flooring
issues.
and flooding.
Oh, that's flooding. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. All right.
I'm
I'm
sure
gonna-
you didn't have.
I didn't play
cocktail.
pickleball this morning. That's my problem. I'm just all discombobulated.
you're right, though. We do have
Yeah,
two
two flooring
to
issues.
report.
Well,
Yes.
let's, the second floor decking, let's hit that first real quick.
Okay, its last report, we were in the process of doing 5 additional units, and it was done. And so that bring us to a grand total of 42, which leaves 99.
Aye, yeah.
And done in a proper manner at a savings of about almost 50% of what the other process cost us. So the good news is that with the time frame and material issues, we could do as many as twice as many this year, depending on when the contractor can do it.
Okay.
And the basic process is going in and opening up the underneath, replacing any rotted wood or any of the buckets that hold any of the buckets that hold the system up. Also, we had to install on 718. We had to install concrete below one of the posts because it was slipping off there. And then reinstalling soffit material so you can gain easy access, and rebuilding the scupper up top because it was made basically of tin and it's deteriorated and causing a lot of the problems. And then we're coming in and painting. So in-house, it takes our guy about 4.5 to 5 hours total between 2 days of application. So a lot of that is part of the savings. And so now we're down around 2,100 versus 4,900.
Very good.
That's the positive note. I don't know, and I don't mean to be the bearer of doom and gloom, but this is something we've been doing over the years without permits. And if this new law comes into effect, and if the structural engineer he theoretically could call us on the ones done without permits, which wouldn't have happened. I mean, it's been done here without permits, even with the original ones
Yeah.
20 years ago. So I don't know what's going to happen there, and it is concerned, and we will talk about this structural and electrical issue later on when we talk about what could happen under that.
When is the law
Yeah.
going into effect?
The law is, we got 2 years to comply with the law.
And maybe we need to get everything done.
Wow, that's a good point. You're right. Can everybody hear Monica?
Not exactly, no.
All right, we're plugged in.
Okay,
I just
Well-
said, let's get it done before the 2 years go into effect.
I see. Okay.
Well, and everything's supposition right now. My concern is, will they even though we've done the repairs on 42, will they accept those repairs because they were done without a permit? But we might be able to make a deal. I mean, I know a little bit more about than the average guy with this thing. My son, who is a compliance, he's not a contractor, but he works for a firm, and he studies plans and specifications and as-bills. And when he was with the city of North Miami, it was his job, because they've had this law in effect down there for 7 years. It was his job to review all the reports and then make sure they're compliance. And he did say, if they come up with something, you got to do it. Otherwise, a healthy fine.
What's the law?
It's the new law is the one of every building 30 years and older, or when they reach 30 years, must have a full electrical and structural
Evaluation?
Inspection.
Okay.
and then you have to comply with what they're saying.
Findings, okay.
And when I was to talk about now, because we're talking about it, down in Miami, of course, the buildings are somewhat bigger. The average cost is running close to $10,000 a building, and we have 40 buildings. Now, I can't conceive of us having the same price, but I could conceive of us paying $1,000 very easily by the time you get to an structural engineer and an electrical engineer. So I'm already reached out to Zoller, who did our flood elevations, and they understand our building, and they did our original specifications. We may be able to get a break in price when we see what I have to do, but we got 2 years to do it.
So my thing is, let's get them done.
Oh,
Usually they don't go back.
First.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things we got to go to, but this is an issue that we must keep
We have
in
to
front of
address,
us.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
So what was the cost per unit now, per slab?
about 2,100, he said.
2,100.
Okay.
So the new law, John, doesn't have anything to do with the height of the buildings?
All buildings over 30 years old, over a single story is our understanding. Now, we all know that there's a seminar on it Wednesday, isn't it? Thursday, that we're going to, or we can go on Zoom. And I think we're going to find a lot of answers. The only reason I know what I know is because my son deals with it every day. And so he was down there in Cancun with me, we talked about it at nauseum, I hate to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
When you're on vacation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but anyway, so there's I think the impact is going to be twofold. Obviously, we have some work to do on the slabs, and secondarily, we have the occasional failure of the electrical line from the handhold to the unit, and they may write us up for numerous ones of those, because we've only replaced about 20 of those out of 558.
Oh, okay. So those are for every unit, not just for the
No,
upstairs.
that's
Those
right.
for all
The
units.
structural would be upstairs.
Yeah, and
And
the
roof.
electrical would be for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. And it's a good point, Chris. It could even be that multiple living facilities of one story could theoretically have roof structure problems. So I don't know that answer yet.
Well, John, everything I've seen was prefaced with the 3 stories. Even when Coastal sent the letter out, the first sentence mentioned that buildings that are over 3 stories tall, that are more than 30 years old, and blah, 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 blah. And this, I read the same thing in the press. Now I'm going to attend the meeting because
Yeah.
I want to clarify it also.
Yeah.
Because then later on, it says something about anything over 30 years. But they were talking about high-rise buildings, basically, is what I thought the rule was about. So
Well, it's,
we're going to be,
we have to find out.
we're going
Yeah.
to be affected one way or the other, I'm sure.
In our biggest hopes, there will be none, but I'm with you, George, unfortunately. That's why
Yeah.
we have to kind of stay on top of this thing.
Yeah, well, go to the meeting.
Yeah, and you do it on Zoom, you don't have to go
Yeah,
down there.
I'm already registered.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
think we
in
all
your,
are.
is that in your letter to us?
I'll
the
get it.
Zoom?
I'll get it. I sent it to all board members
Yeah,
last week.
so the
Yeah.
Zoom is on there.
Yeah.
Okay, not a problem.
Well, yeah, but you got to call to register, otherwise they won't Zoom you
They
in.
won't let you in?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm already registered.
Yeah.
okay.
For Zoom.
All right, Tom, I'm sure you might want to get in if you got time on Thursday morning.
Morning.
I know that the pool's calling you.
My pool time is already, my initial pool time is already done at that.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say.
6 to
early bird,
7:30, yeah.
All
I know.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Somehow we got waylaid there, but
Yeah,
the good news is we've identified 10 more. I've given and primarily in Lakeside that should be done next. And he's getting ready to schedule those now.
Good.
Okay.
I have a question, how long, I mean, how many can you do per week?
Well, let me put it this way. The old process, one
A week?
a week. The new process is they did 5 in 2 weeks.
it's a matter of getting him to do them, the time to do them.
Yeah,
That's our-
so whatever, you got 6 months left.
Yes.
But it's $210,000.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
only get budget for a
Yeah,
certain.
we're
amount.
only budgeting, when it was at 5,000, we budgeted 5 a year in the Zoom. So now we can do 10 to 12 a year, depending on how the price varies. And it does vary because if we go there and it has tile, we have to take the tile off.
Okay,
So it can get more expensive.
so this goes into effect 2024, January.
No,
No,
we jumped on
insurance
it.
thing.
But the insurance, yes. The other thing, 2024, probably July 1, 2024, will be the inspections.
Okay,
What we jumped back on once, what we're doing now on the,
so what, how many do we have to do before, all 99 by the end of the
that's, I
year?
don't know. No, the part of what, I'll use my son's name is Mark. Mark said if you make a good, honest effort and you meet with your managing municipality, which would be Manatee County here, they work with you because they know this, everybody's got constraints financially and everything else. If you just ignore it, Katie by the door. Okay, any other questions?
Yes,
Yes, Colin.
when we paint those, what do we do to the top of the surface? of this?
We paint it
What?
with a thick, like
The
a,
Like
stuff
any
we had
epoxy?
here is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Similar.
Yes, they're like sandpaper.
Correct.
Has Jim done those all?
Yes, yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah,
I-
he did them in a couple days.
Okay.
Can you give, what unit numbers, what come to mind?
Right away,
Yeah.
718.
All right, I'll go take a look for myself.
Yeah, I have to ask one more question. When you
Oh, of
talk
course.
about the $2,100, how much of that is material and how much is labor? Because the labor should be part of the,
Well,
Regular
it's,
That's the price.
That's the
Yeah.
whole price.
our job with him is, I want to get this straight, but it's a time and material job. That's why it varies.
okay,
And we got a contracted price and I just don't have it right in front of me right now, but
Okay.
it's obviously considerably less than what we had before.
Yeah.
And plus we're doing a good, maybe 25% of in-house.
that's what I'm saying.
So,
So 25% of the 2,100 is in-house, no?
no, we don't
We're
charge that
not
off
counting
because
that.
he's going to be here no matter what.
Okay,
No, 2,100 goes to the contractor.
oh, okay,
All right.
Hi, Tina.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hi.
Okay. All right, the other flooring issue was the upstairs and downstairs. Tests have been made, and debate has gone back and forth as far as whether to fully accept it, partially accept it, reject it, or what have you. But by most means, the tests seem to be successful, at least in matching what carpet does. So for your debate.
I wasn't there. I just haven't, I don't have anybody over me, but I'd be opposed to it if I were underneath it.
I have nobody above me either, but I agree. I think people should be able to put the new vinyl flooring in, because,
Oh, well, that's different than what I'm saying.
yeah, I know. I agree. I wasn't there either, but
Oh,
I agree that we should be able to give people an option.
Well, okay, so you're on opposite ends.
Yeah.
But the specification must be implemented. I mean, you can make a recommendation to the board saying, okay, not okay, whatever. But if you okay it, it should have this particular material installed in this
Yeah,
particular
that's
way.
right.
And
Yeah.
then we put it specifically in the rules and then have a check up before it's done.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
should be
we
the
need to
same.
see an invoice.
It should be the same as
With-
carpeting, yeah. No difference.
No,
Yeah.
with these specific specifications that were done in that test one.
Yeah.
And I would still,
Unless they keep
I
getting
am
better.
with Tom in one way and I'm
Yeah.
with you in one way. I
So-
still think that the bedroom should be carpeted. I just,
And that's the area that people are gonna have most problems with,
Yeah.
because people with allergies are going to want,
there are so many new
Not-
I
not going to
know,
one
allergen-free
I know, there's so many
carpets.
hypoallergenic carpets that I
Yeah.
do know. But my thing is, these things evolve and get better too. So maybe in the next few, our bylaws in the next 5-10 years, those floors get better and better.
so you're saying reject it for now until
No,
they get better?
no,
Okay,
no.
No,
When
she
he
said
says-
by Janet, she said she
When
can't.
he says the specifications as now, you should also say, or if better in the future.
You want to write it, let us say exactly what it should say.
Like,
That's a good point.
yeah, go by today's
Yeah,
specifications.
I understand.
Yeah, I
and
understand what you're saying.
include the ones.
Or better,
obviously,
or better,
or
or
better.
better.
Yeah,
Or
because they will get better.
Yeah, I think so. But
Comments on the floor?
Well, I guess I was there at the test. The test was successful, so I can't understand why the committee wouldn't recommend that this flooring be used. And I can't understand why it wouldn't be able to be used in both the bedroom and the living room. You would normally have less sound issues in the bedroom than you would have in the living room. So I really think that the committee should
Don't go.
be willing to recommend to the board that this flooring be approved in both of those rooms upstairs.
Are you moving as such?
Yeah, I agree with
he
Chris.
can't.
Yeah.
Chris, are
He's
you
not on
moving
the
as
board.
such?
He's not
Chris
on the board.
committee. Are you?
Oh.
You're not on committee, are you?
No, I'm not.
No,
No,
he's
no,
on
he's
those
not.
grounds.
But he's. a
Monica, are you
director.
moving as such?
Yes, I'm moving as such, yeah,
They're everywhere.
How was it tested?
everywhere.
Hold on, let Michael stop. Go ahead, Mike.
How was it tested?
It was tested a couple of months, 6 weeks ago or so.
How?
How? Oh, I'm sorry. People went in downstairs, and some, like Steve went up first and made noises. And then he and I switched positions, and I made some noises, and it seemed to be every bit as efficient as carpeting.
Were decibel readings taken or anything?
You can't do it. We had some experts come while you weren't, one of the meetings you weren't able to make it. And they said the testing of that nature
$30,000.
is like $30,000.
Huh,
And and all the tests are based on 6-inch slabs.
right,
Unfortunately, we don't have 6-inch slabs.
huh,
We have 2 inches of concrete and 2 inches of metal.
right.
I think, if I may, I think one of the things, Michael, that I think was important to note is that the people who are living in that unit downstairs don't have any issues with that flooring at all.
Now Tina's on the phone. This is 811 Tina, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, what's been your feedback from the people downstairs, or if they had any?
They don't notice any difference. They were just fine with the new improvements.
We have a motion on the floor.
Okay.
Was there a second?
What's the motion?
The motion is to allow, with specifications, we'll have to write it up, vinyl type flooring with the QVs, whatever.
Whatever the
Whatever
product
the
was.
Whatever the
Yes.
product is, yeah.
Throughout the unit?
Yes,
Yes,
that was the motion.
that's the motion, which basically means, because you can have hard surfaces on the entry hallway, you can have it in the kitchen and the bathrooms. What this is saying is, and the lanai.
Yeah.
What this is saying is you could allow this type of flooring,
And
not tile, not other things, but this specifically type of vinyl flooring.
I was there.
Yeah, okay.
In the living room.
In living and dining room, or living room and bedrooms.
bedrooms, yeah.
So
And
throughout.
the
his
other
house.
living areas, yeah.
Anybody seconding?
Was there a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
All right, Michael. All right, made by Monica, seconded by Michael. Any further discussion? Should we do a roll call, Steve?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
better.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, Tom Coulier,
Abstain. I'm not voting,
okay,
not pro or con.
theoretically,
You have
That's a
to,
con.
Yeah.
yes,
All right, that's enough.
well, that's against it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. The reason I say that is the statute's somewhere buried deep,
Yep.
say if you're
Yep.
part of a committee and you don't have a conflict of interest, you must vote.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Colin Smith,
No. I would have voted yes if it had not included.
So we can go back to that.
Yeah.
If
I'm
it does.
sorry, I didn't hear what Colin said.
Colin said he would have voted yes, but he has a problem with the bedrooms. Monica Heigl,
yes.
okay. And Steve Abiel,
No.
that should be everybody. Motion fails 4-1. Is there a second motion?
Did Michael get to vote?
Yes, he voted no.
No, wait.
No,
a
No,
minute.
no, 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 I'm
He
sorry,
said-
Michael did not.
It
No, go
failed.
ahead, Michael.
Failed 3-2.
Yeah, I vote yes.
You vote yes, okay. Sorry about that. It's 3-2.
All right. You want to
So,
make
so
a,
it passed.
Now,
or
don't
not?
forget, this is a recommendation
this
to
is
the board.
recommendation.
I know that.
This is not fait accompli.
No, but we're recommending it to the board.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay.
We are not recommending it to the board.
We did not
You're-
recommend it to both rooms,
Yes.
okay? Another motion.
Yeah, I make a motion that we approve it for the living rooms and dining room, but not the bedrooms. Leave the bedrooms with carpet.
Is there a second to that motion? Well,
I thought that's what you wanted.
Not really.
Can I open up the first vote again and change my vote to yes?
Okay.
That'll change the recommendation to the board, because I think it's ridiculous to
I know.
disallow it in the bedrooms
Yeah.
if
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
motion passed 3-2.
Okay,
Okay.
my concern,
All right.
now that it's been passed, it depends on goodwill. It's one of the things.
Yep, and well, with carpeting it is too, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
no difference.
And so I'm out, people are,
Okay.
the guy who
There you
looked at the, somebody came to look at this house and set for auction, and he kept looking for loopholes. And I thought, this guy's big trouble. I said, you don't want to live here. And it's like pickup trucks. What's a truck? A little truck, or these big things that are raised with a double wide.
Don't want to open that
And so.
can of worms.
So that it depends on goodwill, and I'm concerned.
Pickup trucks do not depend on.
I wish,
If you have $130,000, you can buy a Hummer pickup.
I wish that there was some way we could still have some way that it has to pass muster before they can do it. And you can't
They
do that.
can't
I
do
can't
that.
define that.
So,
Yeah,
My biggest
Well,
thing is,
so we
it's-
recommend to the board that with these materials that they can put in.
I agree,
There you
vinyl
go.
yeah,
flooring through all
I
that.
agree.
Okay.
no matter to me. I don't have everybody over me.
That's.
All right, so there's no doubt, there's no
That's
doubt to the
recommendation.
decision. The building committee is recommending to the board to, under the certain set specifications, this vinyl flooring and the underlayment as installed in 811
Or better.
Yep.
or better.
Or better. Okay.
That's the recommendation going to the board,
That's
and
it.
then it's a board decision whether to accept it or not.
Okay,
Right.
Good.
Done. All right, flooding issues.
All right, flooding issues is, we got an email over the weekend, or it was during the week I was gone, from Mrs. Gaines and her husband. It's the old, it's 409, it's the old Boozinger unit. And she says that her mother's suffered flooding for 40 years and it's time to fix it. Yeah, inspection of the building, Steve went over this morning. I now realize what it was. At first, I didn't recognize the name, because Boozinger is no longer here. But she has triple downspouts. She has gutters to size.
Shields.
She has shields underneath the gutters. Outside of totally renovating the topography, it's no different than occasionally 100 other units.
Yeah. Mine does it. Mine floods.
Yeah.
When the rain's too heavy, the gutters
Yeah.
can't handle it.
No,
Where does the water go?
goes into the,
She's
Some
got-
of it
She's
seeps
got
in.
tiles down there.
Yeah,
She's got
some of
a
it seeps
patio.
in underneath their doors.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it's our job to try to keep the water away,
Stick a
but I
towel
mean,
in.
I think that as far as I can see,
It's not a-
most of it's, we've done everything that we do anywhere, including taking water a little away from there.
So it's graded, so it drains.
Yeah, well, could
To
you
an
put in
extent.
French drains? A lot of people say they don't work anyway,
yeah.
They get full.
yeah.
Or
Keep-
6 feet above the sea level.
Having been to thousands of home inspections as a realtor, put bushes back there that are very water absorbent.
No,
But
she's
during
got
a heavy
tiles all the
rain-
way down it now. There's tiles that come out about 2.5 feet from the,
From the
lanai.
unit, yeah.
Are
yeah.
they sloped away?
Hmm?
Are they sloped away?
That was
Yeah.
their installation. And
It was illegal.
well, let's say we don't have a rule that allows a fully extent from one side to the other.
Yeah.
If we're in some leak instances,
Yeah.
we allow one tile installed as a getaway,
I understand,
Yeah.
yeah,
but we don't do it.
as a runoff, yeah.
So did they do that?
We didn't do that. I'm sure she paid Jeff or
Okay.
Jackie or somebody like that,
Well,
because he was
then-
over there all the time.
I just don't think there's anything else that we can do.
I come from an area where we have basements. And the most important thing is to be graded properly, have bushes around the house or plants that are water absorbent.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
rip out all your
All
bushes.
right, well, I'll
Then-
respond, Steve.
Yeah, so,
I'll respond.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
You could check to make sure those tiles slope away.
Yeah, put a level on it and see.
Yeah, we got called to 608 and they were getting the same thing where they didn't have a knee wall, but they had, you were with me.
Yeah.
They had metal coming down and they had installed 12 inches across so the mud wouldn't splatter on the windows. And sure enough, they're tilted. I mean, you can look at those and they're just tilted straight in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, everything has to be away from the house.
Yeah. Okay, all right, yeah, I think you should respond. Go from there. Number 8, termites. All right, our favorite subject.
Yes.
Time
Well,
of year.
I know.
yeah, 559
Okay.
has had drywood termites confirmed. Your former unit. On at least 2 or 3 other occasions. Okay. God bless you.
No, I'm,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought you didn't cover your mouth. You're
No.
sneezing all over the guy. Anyway, and we've been treating them
as you see it.
as the mini holes develop.
Okay.
That's correct. Miss or Jill is not satisfied with that treatment and has gotten, no pun intended, under her skin big time. She's
I understand.
very, very upset about it.
Yeah.
And it seems like every time drywoods can be done only 2 ways, by a direct injection or tenting.
Hi, this is Kathy Perry, and I was wondering if you have
Kathy.
anything this week that I could bring Zoe in for her shots or yearly shots.
What was that?
We didn't hear Kathy. Oh, he muted her.
Muted himself too.
Yeah, well, he has to.
Yep.
Hello.
Are they all in the ceiling?
From what I've seen, they seem to be.
All in, there is nothing that we can literally put across the ceiling that has.
So
I'm
something-
about to,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for, Chris, you back on?
Yeah,
Okay.
With,
Right.
you know, like the first time that
We couldn't hear,
Whoever it is.
no, his wife.
Oh.
yeah, Kathy was on the phone, so I'm
Oh.
muting.
Oh, okay, all right.
All right, we'll continue.
Nothing to do with us, okay?
So the whole
So
building has to be.
whether either
Yeah.
tented or continuing with direct injection. A direct injection is somewhat successful. As a matter of fact, I've seen it probably 60 or 7% in all the years I've been involved. I've been involved in very few tentings. And the injection is you look for the area and you squirt it. And, we've squirted entry material in maybe 50 spots in her house. And she's got little blue pieces of tape everywhere. And she looks up at those and just freaks out, and we all would.
Yeah.
You know, the problem we have, and the problem is, number one, we're responsible, okay? Number two, the roofs are co-joined with another building. So the average $9,000 tenting price is $18,000 to tent.
Because.
And plus, we've got owners in there that are infirmed, and it's going to be real tough. But I mean, here again, I'm not abdicating any responsibility at all because it's the association's responsibility. Steve and I were talking about it and we thought, hey, it's that expensive to do this. Why don't we go in and consider and just taking our ceiling down? Taking it down,
Yeah,
finding the direct entries where they are, if they're up there, if they're
and
up
then
there.
put the ceiling.
Inject them all.
And put a new ceiling in, and it'll probably be a lot cheaper than trying to
Than
tell
tenting.
18,000. And you know,
When I lived over there, and by the way, the Fishers lived there after I did. There.
Now, when you,
Any-
go
oh,
ahead.
did they? That's right. You sold to George.
Anyways,
Why are they taking your name in vain?
well, she was getting there.
Oh, yeah.
When we lived there, there was a termite issue, a cockroach problem down below in another unit. Down in one side, they were killing the cockroaches and they were running into the unit next door. And there was some friction between a couple of the owners, rightfully so. And I don't know how they solved it, but my thought is if you drive them away from that entry, will they just go to the next unit? Next to it?
Well, if you kill them,
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
kill them, so they're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to go anywhere.
and we have not found any other unit there
Yeah.
at present.
So you have to tent the whole building.
No, yeah,
Yes.
or, and there's one next to it, right?
No, well, yeah, I mean, when you look at it
Well,
where the
no,
roof is, it's all one building.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
But the point is you have to tent the entire building structure.
yeah.
If you tent, if you tent just that unit and the unit side on either side of it.
Yeah.
You
No,
can't
you
do that.
can't,
that-
because you can't,
You
see, the
can't.
tent has to come all the way
All the
over
way
to get it down to the
across.
ground.
Oh, okay.
So, it has to
Gotcha.
be completely covered.
Okay.
Structure has to be totally covered. And the $18,000
Okay.
comes with a $2,200
I
a
looked at
year.
that
warranty.
and okay.
So once you buy this tent, you better buy the warranty.
I think-
That's mea
I
culpa.
think there must be at
That's
least-
Jewish. It means I'm sorry. Pardon me.
Well, I think
Yeah.
taking down the ceiling, I would take down the ceiling, which is your cheapest
Yeah.
and probably the
And-
most effective option.
And the fastest.
Is she amenable to that? That would be,
I talked to her as late as this morning.
she just wants it fixed.
Yeah.
She wants it fixed, but when she had this problem, she went to an outside entity. In other words,
Yeah.
she didn't even tell us the first time around.
Reminds
She
me
went
of
to
that.
Turner. Okay, and so the other people come in, what else they gonna say?
Yeah, they
Not to
want a
do it.
tenant, yeah.
I mean, oh yeah, you can shoot up there, but you're never gonna get it. You gotta tend it.
Yeah.
That's what the sales people are saying.
Well, yeah,
So she's, if we called her up today and said that we're gonna tent in a year, which by the way, might happen because I talked to the tenant contractor and the materials are in short supply. It could be as much as 6 months to a year before you do it. She would say, okay, that's what she wants.
Well,
But I'm saying, making a ridiculous statement.
I think we need to do the ceiling thing, and then if that doesn't solve the problem, then we have to tent.
Where does she go when you do the seal?
She's been living there, no
and
problem.
another bedroom.
Oh, no, the bedroom has, she has blue tape. Oh my God.
No, I mean,
It's like a
both,
blue
I'm
factory in
saying both bedrooms.
Yeah,
Well, I think we would do the entire place, just
Okay,
to make sure that
okay.
we satisfy.
yeah,
Yeah.
any place there's ever been any room that's ever had a tenting, I mean, a treatment.
John, you probably remember all the problems I had here in Palm Tree. I lived at 559. I didn't have a problem with termites there. My experience was here. And you're right about opening the ceiling. The reason I started finding them is because I was doing so much work opening walls and finding all these termites, and we replaced the wood that was infected, and we had the people come in, and I think we were treated probably 10 times.
Yeah,
In the different walls and things where we found holes, and eventually we got it under control. And I inspect the place all the time. I'm always looking for the holes, and I haven't seen anything in years. So I think the idea of opening the ceiling is probably better than tenting, actually.
okay, yeah, I see you, I see your point, and so says Turner. And I'm waiting for a price from him, because I talked to him before I went on vacation and suggested, could we do this? Because he's the expert for the state for Turner. And he said, yes, it can be done, and it may be among the most efficient ways.
Efficient.
And
So he's
fastest.
developing a price for me.
I'm not
Yeah.
talking just price, but
Yeah.
efficiency as far as removing them too.
Now, this is not meant to make a negative slant on Jill's request or anything of that nature. But drywood termites, from my understanding, come two ways. They're either built in, because they tell you it could take 7 years after construction to show, or it can be brought in.
Hey.
Now, it can be brought in, And she has gotten rid of 3 pieces of furniture that I know of that had it. But we're not dealing with that furniture. We're
So,
dealing with,
yeah.
we're dealing with the ceiling.
Are you talking about antique furniture or are you talking about?
What does it matter?
Wood furniture brought from up north. What
Oh,
can I tell you?
okay. Well, I hate to say that, but we have no termites in Michigan.
Well,
That's not true.
I think they're on the
Yes, it
border,
is.
it's on the border of Indiana.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
southern, further south.
Yeah,
The other advantage of doing it through the ceiling like that was if there is damage that needs to be replaced, you can replace it. You wouldn't see the damage if you just tented the place and everything. And then there might be structural problems that you're covering up, you know?
Yeah.
you're right.
Because some of the wood that was here that was so badly, because these termites they don't move around too much if they don't have to. They just stay at the one spot and just keep
Oh, that was
eating
my
away,
next
you know?
question. They
Yeah.
migrated all to the neighboring units.
If you see them, they're usually swarmers and they've already done their damage. And they're gonna die when the light comes on. I mean, and Jill had her next door neighbor, who's a tenant, submit us a picture of the termite that he found. And it was a drywood, but it had wings. And theoretically, a drywood, unless it's just flying around and doing no damage at all, because it can't have wings up in the holes. You know,
yeah.
so that he didn't have it.
Well, my thing is when you do we're gonna have to fix her ceiling, obviously, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Because you put so many holes in there, you may as well take it down and fix it, then put a new ceiling up.
Do you want to the motion that we make the recommendation?
Did, John,
Go ahead, Tom, Michael.
didn't, you guys do something over here at, Sherry and Shaler Thomas's a couple years ago?
Yeah, that was a injection process, and it seemed to alleviate the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, and we did tent one building, the 714 building,
We tented one not too long ago.
well, about 4 years ago,
Yeah.
believe it or not.
701 to
Too long.
709 or
Something like
8,
that.
701 to 708.
No, it was the middle building. So, no, it was higher, maybe 40, 50, 762, maybe that.
Oh, okay, on the other side of
Yeah.
the street. all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's 701 to 708.
Yeah, no,
was
now
that?
that I'm thinking exactly where it was, it'd be the 760s.
Okay,
That
all right.
building, just the back
Yep.
building faces the lake.
Yep.
And that put people in real hardship. I mean, people that are on here, Munson was president then, and he and I went into 4 units and filled giant bags of food stuff and things like that.
Yeah.
Because you can't have anything in there.
I know. So
Nothing in the
should-
refrigerator, nothing in the.
So should we make a motion?
Sure.
Well, you go ahead. I made the last one.
I recommend that
Go ahead.
we open up the ceiling and inject.
Yeah.
Make a recommendation to the
Yeah.
board.
Full
All right, well, how
injection
about we
treatment.
open up any walls that have been affected? Because
Any
there
affected
could be one
areas?
put down, maybe we have to do a sidewalk. I mean,
Yeah.
Fine,
instead of a
open up
ceiling.
anything
take it-
that
That has
could be
been
affected
affected.
and do the
Pursue
injections.
pursue the injection option.
Yeah.
By removal of the drywall.
By
Oh, yeah.
removal of the drywall, so that everything can be seen.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion by Tom, second by Colin.
I third it.
We need a,
Well, we have
Do we
3
need a-
positives already.
yeah, well, the point is anybody against the motion? So we'll show it unanimous.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Me,
get that done.
When you do that, does she get relief immediately?
if she has to move out, it's the association's responsibility
I
to
know.
take care of her lodging.
Okay.
Yeah, she said she was gonna be going out of town.
Do it when
I
she's
know.
out of
Michigan,
town.
but-
Yeah.
She
Well-
implied in her email that
Yeah.
she wanted to be here.
Yeah, I know. So
I
But,
don't understand that.
of the last building we tented, we had to put 5 owners up at the country or
Sweet.
behind the Cracker Barrel here.
Holiday Inn.
Mhm. Whatever it was.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what, Best Western.
Pardon? I'm sorry, George.
I said Best Western.
Oh, Best Western. The reason that it struck me is Jill's last name is West, so I thought maybe.
Okay.
All right, committee comments?
Yeah, I've got one.
Okay, go.
On our work on the roof form and that whole issue, I had new unit put up this last week, and we filled out the form. I got the form. I gave it to the contractor, but there's nothing on the form that says, or no instructions. What do you do with it? And why are we doing it? Are we going to make an inspection? Is somebody going to be watching? Or what's the whole thing?
All right. Michael, what did you have installed? Like you modulated it at that time?
I have a whole new unit up on the roof.
Oh, AC unit.
AC unit, inside, outside, the whole thing.
Now, two things. Number one, we go up and inspect after they leave, because you'd be surprised some of the debris they leave.
Okay.
Meaning the contractors. We had a full box of screws and nuts and you name it. If anybody stepped on that, it would have caused leaks, if you see what I'm saying. You know, so there's that primarily. So all we ask is you let us know when they're finished, and then Jim goes up and does the detail and files a report with me, and we put it in your unit that nothing happened up there that you know, either the contractor or you would be responsible for.
Okay, can the form be modified to inform the contractor of what's going on?
I don't know which form. You shouldn't have to sign a form on it unless Maggie gave you one that you didn't need. All we require is let us know and we go look.
Okay, all right.
Then we were wrong here if we required a form. Michael.
All right, okay, well, I got a form, had them
You know
sign it,
where-
fill it all out, and they didn't know what to do with it, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
So it never was turned back in or anything.
Do you have a file 13 there?
Do I have a what?
A file 13?
Circular.
Just toss it.
All right,
Yeah, I know. I like that one.
Did we?
okay. Oh,
did we
well,
back-
so
back inspect his?
so we're notified, you're notified that
They're
You-
done?
We'll check it out then. All right.
it's done,
All right. And you are
2:38.
yes. Okay. We'll be over there and check that out. If not this afternoon, tomorrow.
All right.
Other committee comments.
Other committee comments?
You know, I have a question. Do we have a regular inspection routine for roofs that have overhanging trees?
Yes.
We do, believe it or not, we have, by our records, it's more than an inspection. There are certain units that have regular service because
Okay.
we know it's a regular
Okay,
occurrence.
Okay, so, you know, because my thing is, I have that pine tree
Yeah,
and they go crossways. And then the stuff just piles over the top of it. And I often say, do I need to call the office or do we have a regular?
I would call the office if you notice an issue, no matter what,
Okay,
because sometimes it's worse than others. Like if you go up to Pinehurst, oh my God, I mean, we can clean the parking lot, we can clean the gutters on a daily basis, and it's full the next morning underneath those trees. So, you know, if
Certain
you
times of
see
year.
something, let us know.
okay. Okay,
What's the old thing? See something, say something.
okay.
Anybody else?
Nope, when's the next meeting?
Owners' comments?
If I might, Steve, Where are we, any progress made? Excuse me, on the potential of electrical hookups, for charging cars?
Well, I understand that's being put back over to the building committee now that the energy committee has dissolved. So I guess we'll reopen that issue. And did the guy ever get back to us?
He
The
keeps saying,
electrician?
I'm gonna go, and that doesn't go. Like I said, we've only had, it's something we're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, we've already given, I mean, this committee has already developed a policy saying that the lines can come from the unit underground to a post and a charging station in front of the unit. I mean, so that policy is in effect.
it's all at the owner's expense.
Yeah.
We've just been trying to see if there's an easier way to not come off of the panel, but actually come off of the meter. And we have not had any response from the electrician,
Because we don't have it.
because that would make it a lot easier. But
Yeah.
yeah, if people want to put a charging station, we've already come up with a process.
Can I put a credit card charging station so
Yeah.
other people can come
Well,
over and charge? And I get the money?
are we gonna look for some kind of standard post or something like that? Or is everybody just gonna be a free for all and
Well,
everybody's gonna get?
That's a good question, George.
See, that's the whole question. I
Yeah.
mean, no matter how you bring the electric out underground, what's gonna be, how is it gonna look? And is everybody gonna have a different,
All right, he's got it right here.
Right there.
Can you see that?
okay, I can see you holding something up, but yeah, all right, so you did come up with a standard.
Yeah, we did come up with one,
Oh, okay,
That's not very.
but nobody has, decided to do it at this point.
well, if I bought an electric car, I'd be free to go ahead and buy one of those posts and I could have my electrician hook it up, right?
Exactly. As long as it's
Okay.
underground.
Yep.
Come
Why
on.
don't you send us, that photo and we can put that on the website under the building committee?
Okay.
Where did you find this post? Would you just looked on Amazon or something or what?
Pretty
I mean,
much,
we're-
I just Googled it and
Okay,
Gatehouse Supplies.
It's called
Okay,
a
and-
gooseneck post. PD 544.
okay, and do you have an
I'll
idea?
take a
what they
picture
cost?
of it and email it to you, Chris.
You have an idea what they cost?
$16,000.
$196. So
that's-
about $200 for that. And then you get your electrician and
But we have to pay for the electrician to run.
Yeah, pay for.
You have to
the
pay for
owner
everything.
has to pay for everything.
Okay. So no Tesla.
But it has to be underground.
Headlights coming out with mostly all no.
My
Or
suggestion
hybrid.
is buy a hybrid.
Let's see that picture.
My daughter had to remortgage her house when she bought her first hybrid.
I wouldn't buy
As
an
far
all-
as dates,
Oh,
we
yeah.
we've been meeting either Tuesday or Wednesday, it depends on what you want to look at. There are certain priorities for certain people.
Golfing,
Absolutely. Pickleball and golfing. You gotta watch that. How about a Wednesday?
How about a Wednesday? How about the 13th
13th?
July?
okay, that's okay.
Oh,
I
wait a
can
minute, wait a
Zoom.
minute. I'm gonna be gone.
Yeah. I
I'm
will
gone
be
from the
too.
10th to about the 20th.
What about the first week in July?
Well, yeah, because we kind of like to have the committee meeting before the board meeting, so that if there's
Okay.
any recommendations.
What's the
So
first
we
week?
could go with the 7th if you want to do a Thursday, or it was 6th if you want to do a Wednesday.
How about the 6th?
July
7th,
6th.
yeah.
Doesn't
July
matter to me,
6th.
I'm gone.
So it'd be exactly a month,
For
huh?
the summer.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm gone for 6 weeks starting.
That's okay, you can Zoom.
No, not from where I am.
Sorry.
No,
You're
that's-
snorkeling.
I got it. July 6th, 10 a.m.
Any questions about that?
Would have her phone, yeah. Can I give it to her?
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Okay.
motion to adjourn.
We adjourn.
Okay.